Okay, so Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3 has officially been released today, and let me tell you, it is a big update, and it looks pretty fun. I've already played a bunch, because as you all know, I already uploaded my Battle Pass video. I'm gonna release another video of, actual gameplay and all that later, but this video is just covering everything that has been changed. I'll try to make it as quick as possible so you can get on with it. And here's a quick list of when I talk about what. Like, we're splitting it up into categories like weapons, vehicles, map changes, etc. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first up is weapons, and the first one we're going to talk about is the new charged shotgun. So pretty much, it's literally a shotgun, but you can charge it to make it do more damage. It can hold up to 3 shells at a time. And you can hold the trigger button, and the more you hold it, the more it charges. The more you charge it, the more damage it does. And if you usually don't charge it, if you're at close range, it's like a normal pump. But the more you charge it, the more damage you'll do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It comes in all rarities, and yeah. And the next gun we're going to be talking about is the bolt action sniper rifle, which just came back from the vault. It's basically just a simple sniper rifle, sort of like the suppressed one, but it's not suppressed, and it makes a louder shot. I'm pretty sure it caps at 100 damage, 105, I don't remember exactly. It comes in both epic and legendary rarities, and are commonly found amongst many bots. And yeah. Now, the next thing to come out of the vault is the compact sting, or as many of us call it, the P90. It's pretty much just replacing the old purple and epic purple and legendary SMGs. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as that, except it could hold 40 bullets, and it's more like a machine gun too. That came out of the vault, and yeah. Alright, next we're going to be covering all of the Mythic Guns, because the bosses are still around, but they've all changed. Most of the guns are remotely the same, but they're a bit different. Alright, so let's start with Ocean's Burst Assault Rifle. It's literally a burst assault rifle, which now only hold 20 bullets, by the way. I figured that out today. Next up, we also have Ocean's Burst Bottomless Chug Jug, which is exactly what it sounds. It's a chug jug, which finally came out of the vault because we all missed it so much. But you can drink it as many times as you want. Like, it never goes away. And then next, we have Kit's Shockwave Launcher, which is pretty much like... It looks like a grenade launcher, but instead of shooting a grenade, it shoots a shockwave grenade. And, like, you can look at this clip right here. It will propel you in any direction and also destroys builds. Next up, we have Kit's Charged Shotgun, which is just a charged shotgun, but it's a mythical and does more damage. Next, we have Jules Drum Gun, which is pretty much Midas's drum gun still, but they just renamed it and called it Jules. And it is mythical, and that's pretty much the only difference, and it was, yeah. And then there's Jules' Glider Grappler, which is literally just the grappler, but it's like a glider redeploy grappler, because every time you use it, it brings out your glider, too. And then there's also the Firefly Jar, which I have not seen so far. Okay, so now we're covering all of the vaulted weapons that were vaulted at the start of the season, which is really just all the mythic weapons from last season, pretty much except the drum gun. But Meows's Piao Piao assault rifle is gone. Brutus's minigun, gone. And the Deadpool gun's gone. Sky's gun is gone. And Grappler and TNT's Bell, they're all gone. The only other things that got vaulted was the heavy sniper and the pump shotguns, which pretty much both got replaced. Okay, moving on. So now we're going to cover the new Marauders and the vehicles around the map, like the new ways of transportation. So first up is the actual Marauders. These guys randomly land on somewhere in the map on a meteor, pretty much. You don't know where, it's sort of random. But they're bots. There's 5 of them, and they all have, like, different guns and assortments. But let me tell you, their AI difficulty is cranked up. Be happy you haven't run into them yet if you haven't. Alright, next up is the 2 new modes of transportation, which is the shark around the map and also soon to be cars, but that isn't quite in the game yet. It was in the trailer, but that hasn't been, like, the cars on around the map are still not drivable, so that's probably going to be a future update. But sharks, there's pretty much two things you can do with them. If you have a fishing rod, you could throw it in the ocean somewhere near a shark, and then they'll catch it, and then you could pretty much ride the shark. And yeah, it's pretty much like jet skiing. You're on like little jet skis, and you could control the shark. It could jump, it could boost. It's pretty much like swimming, but faster, and so more of like a boat. And trust me, it is fun. But if you're a cool bastard like this kid, you could kill the shark. It does give you good loot, though, but it will try to fight back. Like, it'll come jump out of the water to try to eat you. And it takes 4 hits to kill you, even if you have 4 health. So, be careful. I also forgot to mention earlier, but there's also these new whirlpools where if you, like, swim up into them, you'll pretty much be launched up into the air and you get a glider redeploy. It's pretty much like the geysers that used to be around, but now they're in the water. Okay, now we're going to go over the map changes. It doesn't seem to be too many changes besides the fact that almost everything is underwater except the bottom right corner of the map. But other than that, almost everything like Pleasant Park, Sweaty Sands, Salty, Holly Hedges seems pretty fine. But Steamy and all, everything like that seems to be underwater. But the places that seem to be the same, Holly seems to look the same. Misty Meadows does too. So does Lazy Lake and Retail Row. Alright, pretty much everything that's changed was like all the old spy bases changed. Like there's no more Grotto. The agency is now the Authority. The place where Meowscles used to go to when Deadpool took over the yacht is now called Catty Corner, which is where his kid Kit lives. The Rickety Rig is the replacement for the rig, and so is the Fortilla, where is the new person. I can't remember her name. But everything else seems to be underwater, like Sweaty Sands, Salty Springs, Pleasant Park, and Steamy Stacks, and even Frenzy Farm. All of those places are underwater, but that's pretty much it. Alright, guys, and that is everything. Now, that took me about 2 hours to do, so please like and subscribe. Well, actually, I'm not going to force you to subscribe, but please, thank you for watching this whole video. It really means a lot to me, because I'm really just starting out on YouTube and doing a horrible job, apparently. And as always, belt the royal like button. Please belt the subscribe button. I'm starting to get desperate. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Cheers, fellas.